Is it possible to teach a gay Cali liberal firearm safety and get them into guns? First, let's ask her thought on firearms, teach her gun safety, and then go shooting. Let's go. Jay, what are your thoughts on gun control?
Growing up, never really educated on guns, so I've always been whatever on it. When I was younger and stuff, and still kind of now, why do people need assault rifles and whatnot?
What's your upbringing? Where did you grow up? Did you live in Cali your whole entire life? What brings you to the conclusion about the Second Amendment?
I was born in Oregon. I came to California when I was 2. Moved around my whole life, all through SoCal. My view on guns kind of stems from my own trauma as well. 2 years ago, I got robbed. I got robbed at gunpoint. That pretty scared me. I had a pistol head to my head. It was frightening, That part of me is still scared of guns. I don't think that my experience should dictate everyone else's, That's why I like the Second Amendment, as long as it's used in the correct way, I feel like if I had a gun then, maybe I would have had a better chance of
equal ground.
Yeah, that's my views on it.
So we know a little bit about Jay's upbringing, and she's not 100% sure about so-called assault weapons. I'm going to teach her about gun safety right now. We're going to go over all the rules, just the basics before we go to the gun range, so she has a little bit of a heads up and doesn't just go in there blind. Let's go. This is a 22, so we're going to go over gun safety. Always keep your finger off the trigger. I then go over all the basics of firearms safety and firearms management to make sure that she doesn't shoot me in the back of the head when we get out there.
Went down here to go shooting. There's a little spot down there a lot of people leave a practice target at. That's where I usually went shooting. We're gonna be shooting during this direction. We have this hill to block the rounds. My Marine fucking camouflage pants, my cami pants.
Why is that?
Oh look, oh, if match the fit. You want to see me? Oh, blend in.
So we arrived at our spot here. Want to set up some targets.
Jay, oh, you're supposed to stand over there. We're at the spot where we're gonna be shooting at. Usually this area is mostly a lot of shooting place. If you look, you see a bunch of holes in these. This just got completely fucking blown out. So that's just proof that we don't come here. This is not a safe spot to shoot. This is just witness from other people shooting. So it is a safe spot. We have a hill behind, so the bullets, if it's bounced off, it won't go anywhere else. Hit, danger, nothing. So the distance, it's probably like, I would say 50 yards, half of a football field from right to J. That's how far we're gonna be shooting from here. Place it up, a little bit up, like that. Steady, like breathe in, out. When you're breathing out, breathe out slowly.
Remember, always have your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. Now push that up, all the way back. Push forward, hard, down. It's off safety. I'd put the butt stock a little bit down, see how it's a little bit high on her shoulder. Ready to slowly squeeze the trigger, and then it'll fire. You can keep shooting.
Oh, so you're not?
Yeah, just keep doing. It's not a semi-auto, so with the bolt action, you got to rack it back every time you shoot. So it didn't fire. Sometimes with a 22, always check when you're starting out to see if something went in. So nothing went in at first. It must not cock back all the way, so I just put it on safety for you whenever you're ready. So I'd say put like your left foot forward.
With the red on it.
Sounded like she hit it.
Got it. So one cool thing about it, it's really noticeable when you hear a round bouncing off. It sounds like a big zooming sound, like zoo. You will hear that second after the fire, like pshh, you hear zoo.
That shit has a lot more recoil.
How'd you feel with that?
This one's strong. This one kind of hurts your shoulder a little bit, but it's nice. I feel like it's kind of hard to aim just because there's there's no scope or anything. But like you said, there's like pellets, so you just. But yeah, this one definitely has a kick to it. like school shootings, right? Aren't they like mostly done by legal gun owners? Let's say like the parents are legal gun owners, they have the legal guns, but the kids get a hold of it.
Some of them are the kid was 18 already and he could buy the gun, or it was an illegal gun that he just bought off of his buddy, or the parents just didn't realize their kid was crazy and let them have access to firearms, you know? There's a lot of debates that go into it. Like someone like us, we're out here, we're law-abiding citizens, we have no intention of doing stuff like that. Like, why should we be restricted? How does this setup help me at all, or save my life at all, or save someone else's life? Like, this shoots the same rate of fire. It's just harder for me to hold. If a criminal wants to do a crime, he's not gonna go through all this hell. Like, it was hell to make this gun legal. It's way easier to have it illegal. That's how they are in most states. It's illegal in most states. State like California, this is where you gotta have it. You gotta have a cut down pistol grip. You can't have 30 rounds. No, you can't move your stock up and down because that's so scary. Me being able to adjust my stock to be able to hold easier is an assault weapon. No, it's a good question though. Living in an evil world like this is why the founding fathers gave us this ability to own firearms. They wanted to give the good people the ability to defend themselves and not just give the government or only bad people that ability, because bad people don't follow rules no matter what, you know. Look at Japan. Their prime minister was actually assassinated by a homemade gun. Pretty much banned guns in Japan. How is that possible? I'd rather have a place where the good people have more access to a gun so we can actually defend our lives. Freedom is not free. Believe it or not, more people have died from government killing people than any shootings are ever going to amount to. Millions and millions of people. We need to have more armed security at schools, because
security at schools is kind of like prison. You know, like having those
school is already
fences
like prison though. Notice that? The school buses are like prisons. You do your things by bells. We protect our most valuable people in society with AR-15s with 30-round magazines.
Yeah.
The president, senators, all these people that are supposed to represent us, are supposed to protect us.
Yeah.
We can protect them, but we can't protect our kids with the same thing.
Yeah.
But you want to take away the citizens' guns, and our kids can't even be protected by the same thing they're protected by. So if they want to take away our guns, they should take away all the armed security that they have.
So what we do in our military, some people keep their butt stock nice and low and stuff. We like to put our chin into right here. So what you do is just lift it up a little bit. You don't need to crunch your shoulder up. Relax this arm.
Can I put the strap on?
So get comfortable with it. Now I need you to put your gun in condition 3. So you know what condition 3 is. Now using your shoulders. Let go of that trigger, that safety should be on.
Yeah.
Very important. Condition 4. Show me. Hold a mag when you do that. Yeah.
My whole thing is like, how do you hold it?
It's because there's no pistol grip.
Yeah, that's why she can't hold it up.
So it completely changes your process as well, because the way they have our AR set up, you can't even do it the same way.
Stand by. Get into a fighting position.
Yeah, keep going. How did you feel?
Low-key, my arm hurts. This thing's heavy. It has like quite a bit of recoil. If I didn't position my shoulder well, I remember one shot, it wasn't positioned that well. It kind of like kicked back, a little uncomfortable. Then I repositioned it. It was good. I think the aiming's a little bit harder just because of the heaviness of it.
Yeah, there's no pistol grip there, so there's nothing to hold on to, and you're not allowed to have any grip on the bottom either.
Oh wow.
That's so scary to anybody that can hold their gun. Is scary.
It's hard.
Yeah, they're like, you know what? We can't stop you from having a firearm, but we're gonna stop you from holding it.
No,
they're like, I'm
literally.
gonna make sure you guys can't aim.
Feels like I'm holding like 15 pounds in just one hand. It sucks it doesn't have a grip right here. It'd be so much easier to like hold and handle.
You hear that, Gavin Newsom?
Explain how hard it is.
It's really hard, especially trying to like hold it and in the position you're shooting, and then also like change the mag. You know, it's heavy, you know, and it's hard to grip. You don't have good grip, so like when you're ready to shoot, you're like there's nothing to really hold except for right here.
So one thing I think about having no pistol grip is I kind of see it as a safety concern. You see, she was trying to grab onto the trigger so much because she has no grip on holding it. So that is going to make you want to grip on the trigger. And if that's loaded, you're most likely going to have a bad incident, you know, could get in trouble and stuff. So they think it's good, but there's already 2 major red flags I see from it. One is that you can't aim accurately with it. Second is that you're most likely going to grip onto that trigger if the gun, like if your arm gives out a little bit, or if anything happens, you drop it or you move the gun, you could grip onto the trigger and just fire, you know? I don't think it's really safe, honestly. So right now, I'm in condition 4.
We just finished shooting. We're gonna go back to the car. We're gonna interview Jay, ask her full thoughts, see if she changed her mind a little bit on so-called assault weapons, and get going.
I think the regulations on like quote unquote assault weapons, they're just dumb, you know. It makes law abiding citizens, it makes it harder for us to like be safe with the gun. Because, you know, without the pistol grip, without the stock thing, moving back and forth and whatnot, I think it's just it makes it a lot harder to shoot. You know, when it's a lot harder to shoot, it's a lot more dangerous, I feel like. You know, these so-called like politicians saying like all these crazy things just to scare people. It's like, have you actually shot a gun? You know, have you actually learned about it? You know, because now learning about it, you know, actually shooting it, it's fun. You know, it's fun when you do it safely. Yeah.
Just like to thank Jay for going out to the range, shooting with us, for allowing us to show her gun safety. Any final thoughts?
Keep your guns, you know, fight for your rights, fight for freedom, because at the end of the day, a gun really is powerful. You know, it can make you do things you don't want to do, you know, and it's life or death. I think for example, like when we went to the shot to buy ammunition, have a state ID, register a gun, I think it's very tedious work, and it makes, you know, law abiding citizens, it makes it even harder, you know, to just have like simple things like that. And also like the little like where it makes it illegal, you know, on the what is it, the AR-15?
Yeah, like if you have a pistol.
I think, yeah, I think that's just really dumb. It's not good, you know. And if anything, if a good person has a gun like that, it makes it harder to save those lives. Because let's say like a criminal has a quote unquote assault rifle, a legal one, you know, and we have a law abiding one. It's harder for us to shoot and aim and whatnot. But for them, you know, they have all the illegal stuff on it. So it's easier, you know, and I think it's just, it sucks for a law abiding citizen. I'm more like for guns now. You know, personally, I'm not one to like, oh, like I want to own an assault rifle, but I think, you know, a person should have that freedom to own one and, you know, own however many they want, you know, because at the end of the day, you know, you look at history, like you were telling me, the government, you know, can do anything, you know, and it's crazy. So we just need to be prepared and be able to defend ourselves, you know, and have that freedom, have that right.
I'd say that's a +1 for the 2A supporters. If you enjoy, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Tell me what you want to see in the future. If you want to find out if a Cali Liberal local can try to learn to drive manual transmission, go watch that video on my channel. And as always, I will see you, Patriots, on the next one.